Kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1732. Yes. Relaxing? Nope, but rewarding. That's the sort of day we have had today. So how has your Sunday been? It's a nice relaxing day, and I'm sorry I'm a couple of minutes late, but I was sitting down ready to go on air, and I suddenly realized I had on the wrong t-shirt because I promised you guys I would show you my new logo on the t-shirt that I just got, and it looks amazing. So here is my new t-shirt with our new logo on it. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Isn't that cool? And that was designed by Terza Ekholm, and she did an incredible job for me. And she also, if you go to our YouTube channel, she also has their, she did the banner that's on there as well. So I am super excited to get this. This is a super comfy t-shirt, I have to tell you. But yeah, I was wearing a different t-shirt today. It was still a genealogy t-shirt, but it wasn't this one. But we got up this morning, we went for our walk, we came back, we got had breakfast, we got stuck into the backyard, had my favorite breakfast today because yesterday I remembered to take the ground beef out of the freezer. So we got to have ground beef with a couple of eggs mixed in the pan with some seasonings, a couple of eggs thrown in there, about half a cup of pumpkin puree got thrown in there. It all got cooked together and then put into a bowl in which we topped it with some mashed avocados, cheapers, and a little bit of honey mustard, just for a little bit of a kick. And it was so good. Zeffie had her egg, and I got to have my my ground beef bowl that I love having for breakfast. So I was super excited to get that. And it reminded me that I need to get some more ground beef to put into packets into the freezer so that next time I can just, but I've got enough ground beef in there now that I can have it almost every morning, I think. I can either get another 2 days out of what's there, or I could stretch it to 3. I definitely have the eggs for it. I'm going to be hard boiling some eggs. So yeah. So I'm making my plans for this week, and I was just doing some shopping online. Somebody blessed me with some Amazon gift cards. So I was like, yes. So there's some stuff that I get through Amazon, and I was running low on it. So now I can go restock. And I will have that stuff to take with me when I go on vacation. I'm not going on vacation. It'll be a vacation from the house. It will not be a vacation. I'm looking after my 3 oldest grandsons who are 10, almost 6, and just turned 3. I think that's right. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Is that right? 10, 6, and 3? Yeah. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So, yes, so I'm trying to figure out what to get, and I am getting I've got to get some more weed killer because we did get into the backyard. We did clear out all of the backyard stuff except for in the planter. There's still some there are some tough weeds in that planter. I tell you, I was in there like grabbing these things, and I had my gardening gloves on, and I am like braced with my feet so I can use my legs as hang on with the hands and use the legs to pull up. Those things were not budging. They were not budging. Most of the ones that were on the gravel got them out, no problem. Some of them broke off. In fact, most of them were dead. I also got the bin out the back there too, and we started loading in all the weeds that I had pulled, and we got probably about 3/4 of the weeds that we had pulled are sitting in the trash can right now out at the curb, and it stinks. It's got like this, it's almost like this weed that's kind of like fennel. That's what the smell reminds me of, but I know it's not. I think they might call it like dog fennel or something like that. It stinks. And I had it sitting in the garage, and I was like, yeah, no, that's going out, because I didn't want to get it out too early. And I'm like, I can't stand the smell in the garage anymore. So I put it out there. And that was all done before I had to take. And so after I'd done all of that, showered, got changed, and then it was time to head off to PetSmart to drop Zeffie off to be groomed. Zeffie, you want to come show them how good you look today? Come here. Come show them. Come front. Come front. You know I'm going to pick you up, don't you? Yep. Look how pretty she looks. She got this pretty little scarf. I guess I didn't put the small. This is the larger one, but I guess I didn't put the smaller one on because it was too small for her. But yeah, so she's just back from the groomers, had her nails clipped. Yeah. Had a bath. She smells so good. Yeah. Hey, sweetie girl. Yeah. And she's all worn out, so she's having snoozes before we go for our WALK. There you go. There we go. Yeah, whenever I've had her on my lap, she always wants to have butt scratches afterwards. There you go. Good, good. Go lay down. Go lay down. I don't know if she'll have that thing on for when we go for a walk because it's very large on her. But the smaller one would have been too small for her. But yeah, so she got her bath today, and they said now it takes us about 2 hours, but we're really busy today, so it'll probably be more close to 3. I said that's fine. So I went off and got my mail, which was really cool, and where I found the Amazon gift cards, and I was like, yes. So like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome, and yeah, I have to say, and then I got my Shopify card. Because you can get a Shopify card so that when the money gets put into your business, you can use it for business, the card for business expenses. It's a pretty cool packaging this thing comes in. This thing comes in, it comes in this little wallet thingy. And it says, every day you write a new chapter for your business. And when you open it up, there's the card inside. And today's chapter is worth celebrating. It's ready to be activated. So you can actually just slide it out of there, but it's all in there. See, it's called Zeffie's Trove. We call this one. And it says, what's next for your business story? Write, take a photo and share it with us at Shopify. So you can write what's next for your business story on here and let them know about it. I thought that was just really cool packaging, and it came in this cardboard mailer thing, and I pulled it out and this was inside. And I'm, what the heck's this? And I opened it up and went, oh, that's really cool. So yes, so Zeffie has her own store. We're still working out what products we're going to put in there. We're probably going to work on pet supplies because, of course, she's a dog. So Zeffie's Trove is going to be geared towards pet supplies and things. So we're in the process of getting that one all set up as well. But today was anything. Oh, I did get to relax a little bit after I got home with the mail. And I resisted, oh my gosh, I resisted the temptation to go to any fast food places. I've been having this craving for fast foods, and I was like, nope, not going to give it in. And then Culver's got me. They sent me a thing going, hey, congratulations, you've been part of our loyalty club for a year. Have a free concrete on us. And their concrete is like the Dairy Queen Blizzard. And, get a free concrete on us, but you have to buy a family meal. And I'm like, seriously? And then I've been doing so good with staying away from refined sugars, from dairy and all that sort of stuff. I've been doing really, really good with that. And I haven't had any junk food, fast food since the end of January, I think was the last time I had some. Only because my car has not been drivable for the last 3 months. So now my car is now back on the road again. It's sort of like, oh, I could go do this. I could go do, and I'm sort of like, no, we have worked so hard at working on this. We are not going to ruin it. So the temptation is out there. So I got the mail, and of course, on the way home, I have to go past Culver's. And so went past and I just drove past. I just didn't even look. I just drove. And actually, no, I did stop and look, and I saw there was like cars that went from the window around the corner. I'm like, well, that's going to take at least 20 minutes to get through. I am not going in there. And just kept on driving and came home and was very proud of myself. I didn't stop off anywhere along the way for any fast food or anything else. But I had promised Zeffie that if she was good at the Grims, that she would get a pup cup. So we did have to go to Dutch Brothers. And again, haven't had Dutch Brothers since sometime in January. And it was interesting. I like Dutch Brothers. They have really good service. Their people are really, really cool. They all love Zeffie. I put the back window down, and Zeffie sticks her head out to say hi to everybody, puts the front paws up on the windowsill so she can put her head out as far as she can, as far as her seatbelt will allow her, so that she can say hi to everybody. And I was a little disappointed today with Dutch Brothers. First of all, they bring the stuff out to the car, which is totally fine. But they had my drink as an iced drink and not a freeze. And the freeze is where they blend the ice in, and then they had the ice drink with the ice chunks in there. I was like, this is supposed to, I said, hang on, I thought this was supposed to be a freeze. And she says, oh, let me go remake it. And so she had given me the pup cup, and I looked in the pup cup, and they got these pup cups that are about this round, and they're about this deep. It had about this much cream in the bottom with a dog biscuit sitting on top. So Zeffie had it finished by the time we got up to the window to get our remake. And then we had to wait for it. And then they gave me the freeze, and I didn't really look at it, and I didn't taste it because I didn't have any straws with me. And they offered me straws. I go, no, because I have all my recycling, my straws here at the house that I use that I can just wash and just use over and over again because they're metal and they've got a silicone tip on them. And so I said, no, I'm fine, thank you. And so I got home, I put my straw in, and then I tasted, and I went, that ain't a mocha freeze. That is not their protein mocha freeze. That was, I don't know what. So I thought about it. I thought, no, I really can't stand the taste of this thing. So I threw it into my blender. I threw in a couple of scoops of protein powder, and I have this this stuff. It's called, I think it's lard, Laird, and it's basically coconut, dried coconut milk with coconut sugar. And so I put a couple of scoops of that in there, about a tablespoon of that stuff in there as well, just to sweeten it up a bit, because this was really, but I don't know what the heck they made in the end for me, but it was not chocolate. And I got tablespoon of cacao powder in there, blended it all together, put it into my stainless steel mug that I use for my shakes, along with my metal straw with the little silicone tip on it. It tasted so much better. So I have no idea what they gave me, but it was not what it was supposed to be. So probably full of sugar, and I don't know what the heck was that. Did you see that thing float across the... Oh, who knows? Angels are visiting. When I see flashes of light that there's no reason for them to be there, I always think it's angels are just letting me know, hey, we're here to help. So yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but we sat and relaxed and enjoyed that. And when while Zeffy was at the groomers, I came home and did the mail, got all the mail sorted out and that sort of thing, and so got that done, and then went and sat down on the couch and just sat and relaxed for a little bit. But then, of course, I was sort of like, oh, I've got those Amazon gift cards. What is it we need to get from that we can only get from Amazon? You know, the stuff we get from Amazon, which is cheaper than buying it through stores and stuff. So we went on there and got the got the cart sorted out and got some stuff into it. And then they called to say Zeffy was ready. And so when I'm driving over there to get Zeffy, I'm sort of like, oh, I really don't need to get that now. So I'm going to put that off till later when I need it, because I'm not going to need it for like at least another month. So it's no use getting it now. We'll get it next month. We'll get it in like about 3 or 4 weeks. And so I was going through that list. And so after I picked up Zeffy, while we're sitting in queue at Dutch Brothers, I'm going through and going, yep, no, we'll get that one next month, get that one next month. And oh yeah, we do need to get that now. So we're gonna have a pile of stuff arriving on our doorstep tomorrow. There's like, I think we've got like about 15 items in the cart so far. And so yeah, we're gonna have a big pile of Amazon boxes appearing at the door tomorrow morning, because all of them, I think all of them except for one item, there's one item that will be delivered tomorrow. All the rest of the items are delivered between 7 and 11 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, overnight, between 7 and 11 a.m. they'll be delivered. So yeah, there's going to be a pile of stuff coming in. And one of the things that it's got in there is a 1 gallon container that I can mix up weed killer in. And I've got a thing of weed killer coming tomorrow as well with the container. And this is one that's a concentrate that it's like 4 ounces to a gallon of water or something like that. So it's got like about 32 ounce, a 32 ounce bottle. So it's 4 ounces. So that's 8 gallons I can make with the stuff, which is going to be perfect, because I got a lot of weed stubs I have to go and spray, and then some more weeds have started appearing in the front yard and that, and I'm like, oh jeepers. I do have to I do have to still mow the grass. I didn't get that done today. It just started getting too hot, and I started getting a little bit of color on the arms. I don't know if you can see and then I'm in the car and we're driving I had to jump start. Oh, that was the other thing I had to do. I was so proud of myself. So when we went to move the RV last September, August. Yeah, last August, we had to go move the RV. And I couldn't get it started because the main battery died, and I didn't have a trickler on it. And I've got a trickler, and I've totally forgot to set it back up on the RV. Yeah, I've been to the RV like twice now since we parked it, and just clearing stuff out, and still haven't taken the trickler over. And there's a power outlet there for you to hook up tricklers, and they monitor very carefully which spaces are using how much power, and they only want you using it for tricklers. Anything else, you get dinged for that. They actually charge you for the power that you use. And I keep forgetting to take the trickler over, which means I'm going to have to jumpstart that thing. But this guy gets out of the thing when it comes to jumpstart it, because I called up Good Sam Roadside Assistance, and told them what the issue was. They then sent a guy out there who gets out, and he's got these leads hanging around his neck, and he's got this little black box thing, and he plugs this thing in there, and I'm like, what the heck is that? He tells us to jumpstart your RV, and I'm like, you're going to jumpstart my RV with that little thing? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And he hooks it up and he says, okay, try it now. So I started it. It started, and I was like, I mean, the box is like about this, but it's not a very big box. And I'm like, what the heck is this thing? And so he showed it to me. I says, where do you get it from? He said, I just got it off Amazon. And I says, well, how much was it? He says, like about $80. And I'm like, okay. And so I went on Amazon and found it because I took note of the manufacturer that he had and went and found it. And sure enough, it was actually on sale down to $50. So I got it for $50 off Amazon. And I got like 20 to $30 off it or something. It was like 20 to $30 I got off it. So I purchased it. So now I have it and it's fully charged and it's got like 100 and something charges in it that you can do. And because the car's been sitting since January, I went to start it and went, did this little, and I'm like, oh, I need to jump start it. So I jumped out of the car. Zeffy's already in the car. I open up the trunk. I pull this little, and it comes in a case. I pulled the case out, pulled out the directions, plugged A into B. Okay, plugged A into B. Got that done. Yep. Now go hook it to the red and black things with the red one on the red and the black one on the black. I can do that. So I did that. Now, I have never jump started a car before. Okay. I've never hooked up leads to jump start anything. People have always done it for me. Like one time I was at my dad's place. Of course, he moved his car out so he could jump start my car. And so I have never hooked up jumper leads before. And there's this little box thing there. And it says, do this, hook these up. And you've got 30 and you have to start it within 30 seconds of hooking it up. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And so I read the instructions, walked through it in my head, what I have to do, went and hooked it all up, made sure I had the red on the red, the black on the black. And the light on the little box will turn green when it has a connection. And I'm like, oh, it's gone from blue to green. Yes, we're good. So I jumped in the car, and it started up beautifully. And I was like, oh, that was so easy. And jumped out and took the leads off and put it all back into the thing. And I'm like, yeah, that worked really, really well. And then I thought, oh, hang on, it's only going to take me 10 minutes to drive Zeffy to PetSmart because PetSmart's only like a mile down the road. And I'm like, oh, I've got it in the back of the car if I need it. But it started every time since then. So I went, dropped her off, came back, got out, it started perfectly, went off, got the mail, turned it off when I got to the mail, went inside, got the mail, came back out, it started up perfectly, came home, we're sitting at home for a couple of hours and then had to go out, it started again. So it's been starting beautifully ever since. And I took this long circular route home because I thought, well, hang on, I've got this whole neighborhood where there's this big long park that's 2 miles. It goes from one road to another road, which are both on freeway exits. So I did this little zigzag pattern through the neighborhood all the way back home because I thought, I'm going to run it just a little bit longer. So it took me like 30 minutes to get home instead of the usual 10 from the mail place. But that's because I went and did this little tiki tour through the neighborhood, which is actually really kind of cool. And I found another exit from the park that we can go to that will bring us back home again, but through the neighborhood. Oh, excuse me. So we may try that tonight, depending on when we get there. But so I jump started my car by myself. I didn't have to call anybody to do it. So this little pack thing was amazing. And just hook it up, red to red, black to black, and make sure you got the green light. Yep. And turn the key. It starts beautiful. I didn't have to turn the key long. It just like caught immediately. Yeah. So I was really impressed. And then I'm like driving along and I'm here. And I'm like, well, it says the AC. And I'm like, the AC is not working very well. Helen had on glasses, had on my sunshade, so I couldn't really see the display very well. So I get to the mail place and I'm like, okay, before I go in, I've got to sort out the AC. There's something going on with the AC. Don't tell me I've got to go get like coolant in there or something. And so I checked it and I pressed the AC button and it came AC on. It was turned off. And then the old cold air started blasting and I'm like, yes, thank you. So I was very happy about that I got the car jump started perfectly by myself. So I'm very proud of that. Figured out the AC was turned off, got it turned on and everything. And I'm like fiddling with everything and this hot air's coming out. And I'm like, what the heck's going on here? Do I need more coolant? No, I just had to turn the AC on. So it has been a kind of not really a fully relaxing day because we did all the weeding this morning, but we got the whole main area of the backyard has now been de-weeded except for the bits where you got these little stalk things sticking up all over the place where we'd grab it and pull it and it would break the stalk off, but you'd have everything else go with you as well. So, and we've got about 3/4 of the amount of weeds that we pulled are in the trash can right now, which is a lot. And a lot of them are dried and brittle, so you can push them down and they just crack and break, and then you get more on top. So the fresher the weeds, the more room it takes up. But the deader the weeds, or the more dried that they are, the more we're able to compress them down and everything else. And I probably could have done more if I had like a little step stool or something to stand on where I could either get in there and stomp it down, but I didn't have boots. I didn't have gardening boots to do that, so that was out. But I probably could have got more in there had I had something that I could have pushed it all down with more than just my hands. Yeah, but I probably could have got it all in there because a lot of it was dried and dead. So it was just breaking apart. So, but anyway, that's it from us for today. Oh, got the thingamabobs all frozen. Hopefully the picture's still moving on your end. I don't know. My timer has stopped. But that's it. We're out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. And we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Now I'm going to go for a relaxing walk with the dog in like, I don't know, 80-something degrees it got to today, like 81, 82. So it was a lot cooler than it has been. But looking forward to getting the weed killer stuff tomorrow so I can do that either tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning. Might be Tuesday morning. But it is pet friendly. That was the biggest thing, that it had to be pet friendly, and you just got to wait for it to you mix it up, spray it, and even though you could probably let the dog out, I could probably let the dog out at some point during then. And and I have to tell you this, my dog who likes to run, and if she sees open space, she's gone. At one point I had her inside the house while I took the wheelie back into the backyard because I had to open up the main gates to get it back in there. Well, when it came time to taking the bin back out, I'm right down there by the fence. I get the gate open, I turn around and Zeffie's standing there, and I tell her, stay. I says, you stay there. I'm just putting this through the gate, and then I'm going to be back on this side. And the whole time I'm just like keeping eye contact with her. You stay right there. And I'm like pulling the bin through. I get the bin through. I pull the gate back behind me and get it all closed up. And she just stood there and just watched me. She didn't even break for it, didn't even try to, just stood there patiently and waited. And boy, did she get some loving after that one. So, yeah, but she was not happy when I took her to the groomers. She wasn't happy. And I said to Brandy, who was our groomer today, I said, how did she go? She said, oh, she did really well. I said, very talkative. She says, oh, yes, she had a lot to say. She was not happy. And there were some areas that she was definitely not happy about what was happening. I says, getting wet, getting her nails done, and blow drying. And she goes, basically, yeah. She said, but she wasn't too bad with the nails because she actually sat down on the floor with Zeffie and did the nails down there rather than having her on the grooming bench and trying to do it there. And because I told her what had happened with one time, the first time that she'd had her nails clipped and that sort of thing. But I noticed they didn't use the grinder on her nails because she's got some sharp edges on there, which was one thing I had asked them to do, but they didn't do it. So I should have checked before we left. But yeah, so she's just ready to go for her WALK, and she'll probably have a very slow walk tonight because she's a little tired from being stressed out at the groomers. So you ready to go for a walk? Oh, we got air action. You want to go for a walk? Yeah? Should we say goodbye to everybody and go for a walk? It's hard getting reactions out of her at times. Gus was so much more expressive, like, walk. She doesn't do the head tilting thing. She just does the ear thing. Your ears will go from here to here. Like, you said walk? Okay. Walking? You going to go for a walk, Zeph? There go those ears. Anyway, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. And let us know what fun stuff you got up to today. Was it relaxing? Was it, because it wasn't work stuff? It was still being relaxing in some sort of way. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening. He konara.